afternoon, this is Robert Scribbler and welcome to the May 25th, Thursday, May 25th session of the OBX wave report as we have powerful 4 to 7 foot waves breaking here at Jeanette's Pier. And as we look to the south and east, we can see a strong coastal storm system that is expected to develop today, tomorrow, and strengthen in through Saturday, bringing gale force winds and stronger to parts of the coastal Carolinas, strong riptides, possible coastal flooding, and certainly beach erosion as waves are expected to pick up into the range of 6 to 10 feet here on the east-facing beaches or higher as this storm develops. Some interesting points about this storm. The National Hurricane Center has indicated that the storm has a slight chance for tropical cyclone development. That would be a 10% chance of tropical cyclone development over the next 48 hours should that occur. And should this storm threaten the coastline, that will be a pretty unusual event for the U.S. East Coast. Tropical cyclones typically do not threaten the U.S. East Coast during the month of May, nor do tropical cyclones typically form in the month of May in the North Atlantic, although it's not entirely unheard of. However, in recent years we have seen more storms forming out of season as ocean surface temperatures rise, and we have seen also an intensification in the tropical cyclone activity for the North Atlantic as ocean surface temperatures have also risen. These are impacts of climate change driven by fossil fuel burning. All right, so let's get down to the local observations for the OBX wave report on May 25th, and as we said before, here at Jeanette's Pier, waves are in the range of 4 to 7 feet. We might have some slightly larger rate waves in the far offshore, possibly getting to as high as 8 feet. Primary swell coming in at 8 seconds at 7.5 feet out of the east-northeast. Winds right now out of the north-northeast at 27 to 34 miles per hour. These gusts already to near gale force, and we haven't even seen the coastal storm fully develop yet. Air temperatures in the range of 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean water temperatures in the range of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Weather conditions are mostly cloudy. Highs today expected to be in the middle 60s. Northeast winds 20 with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. And heading on down south to Rodanthe, right now waves are also in the 4 to 7 foot range. The primary swell also coming in out of the east-northeast at 8 seconds, about a 7.5 foot swell. Winds out of the north-northeast 20 to 31 mile per hour gusts. Air temperatures at around 62 degrees at Rodanthe. Ocean water temperatures a tick cooler today at 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Those cooler air temperatures interacting with the ocean water surface to cool it down a little bit. Weather conditions mostly cloudy, highs in the middle 60s, northeast winds 20 to 35 miles per hour. And then last of all, at Buxton, we also have 4 to 7 foot waves. Primary swell coming in out of the east-northeast at 8 seconds. Again, a 7.5 foot swell. Northeast winds in the range of about 25 miles per hour. Air temperatures about 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean water temperatures holding in steady around 70 degrees. And that concludes the observations for today. So for the high points today, a major coastal storm starting to form here in the Outer Banks. We've had northeast winds, strong northeast winds over the past couple of days, strong onshore flow. This is expected to intensify with sustaining gale force winds at some parts of the coastlines. We've got gale watches and warnings up all along the coast in anticipation of that strong coastal storm developing over the next 24 hours and then heading on inland over southeastern North Carolina on the day on Saturday. bringing both strong winds and torrential rains. And once again, there is that slight chance that this storm may develop into a tropical cyclone, which would be very unusual for this time of year, and yet another storm system with some likely climate change fingerprints on it. So as we always do, as we're about to end the OBX wave report, I'd like to ask you guys to please help support the rapid transition to clean energy being wind, water, solar, and electric vehicles. This will help defend our coastlines from the impacts of climate change, which are driven by fossil fuel burning. Those impacts being rising sea levels, more intense storms, and ocean acidification, among other things. We've recently heard in the news how a massive sargassum seaweed bloom driven by climate change is expected to affect Florida beaches this year. So many negative impacts to beaches driven by climate change, and saving our coastal communities from these impacts involves a rapid transition to clean energy. So thank you for joining me once again for this session of the OBX Wave Report. If you do get out into the water today, I urge you guys to be careful, as surf conditions are obviously quite dangerous. And if you do get out there, I hope you do shred it. We're going to catch some final video of the waves slamming into the first sandbar, producing a massive amount of spray down here at Jeanette's Pier as we look to the south and east in anticipation of a powerful cyclone affecting the U.S. East Coast over the next couple of weeks.